Hey everyone, this is Joe from buildassetsonline.com, and in this video I'm going to share with you 10 tips that I used to grow my Amazon Associates affiliate marketing income to over $100 per day. As you can see in this screenshot, this is my global reporting dashboard for the past 30 days. It's mainly been March 2020 and things are going pretty well. This 30 days was actually kind of slow considering that the entire economy is slow right now, but that's another story. My brother Mike and I still make most of our money from high ticket dropshipping and Kindle publishing, which we always talk about on this channel. But it's nice to have this little Amazon affiliate side business because it's really passive and adds to our online business portfolio. Another thing I wanted to note is that these blog sites that are featured in this Amazon affiliate report also make money through other means. This is mainly through showing ads through services like Mediavine, along with some other affiliate programs, but that's a topic for another video. In this video, I'll be sharing some affiliate links to products and services that have made a big difference in my Amazon affiliate business. You obviously don't have to use them, but if you do, we really appreciate it. It helps support us make informative videos just like this one and gives us the energy and drive to keep going with it. These tips assume that you're going to be using a blog or a website to make money with Amazon affiliate and not some other platform. This is strictly for blog users. It doesn't necessarily have to be WordPress, but WordPress makes the best Amazon affiliate site, so we recommend it. If you haven't set up a website yet, you can check out the link in the description to see my full guide on how to set up an Amazon affiliate website for beginners, so that's worth watching if you're completely new. So without further ado, let's get to the 10 tips that you need to follow to make $100 per day from Amazon affiliate. Tip number 1 is do not get pigeonholed into doing a single product line. Using the classic model of making a website like bestpaddleboards.com and trying to rank that in Google like based off of relevance is kind of outdated. Yes, it can still work, but it hasn't been the most effective method that I've tried. I've had much better success making a broad site that can span over multiple categories that are loosely or semi-loosely related to each other. That way you can experiment and see what Google ranks your site best for. You don't want to end up making a new website every time you want to add a category to your website. And if you had a site like bestpaddleboards.com and then you wanted to add a section about surfboards, it would just look kind of silly to the user. So that's why you're better off making a website just about surfing or water sports in general rather than having bestpaddleboard.com. The second tip kind of plays off the first one, and it's that you should not be all over the place either with your site. Going back to that water sports website, you can have an entire section of your website dedicated to the best paddleboards, and you should have that. But that section should be strictly covering paddleboards, and do your sections one section at a time. So create as many articles as you can about paddleboards, about paddleboarding, and then create as many articles as you can about surfing, surfboards, stuff like that. Don't just go from paddleboards to surfing and then to kayaking all in one go. Create your website in sections so you get the maximum relevance in Google for each of those little subsections of your website without having to pigeonhole your domain. Tip number 3 is to go after long tail keywords. When your site is new, you really want to go after those unique keywords that the big sites are not targeting. So bringing it back to the water sports thing yet again, if we were going to make an article about surfboards, and I'm just coming up with this off the top of my head here, we would want to do something like best surfboard for teenager rather than best surfboard. And that's because very few big authority sites in that industry are going to be targeting best surfboard for teenager in most instances. They might be, but in that case, then you can go after another long tail keyword, maybe like best surfboard for girl or best surfboard for teenage girl. You're much more likely to appear at the top when you go for keywords like that. And plus, keywords like that can scale really, really easily because there are lots of different things you can go after, like age groups, demographics. It all just depends on the product and the specific keyword you're going after, but long tail keywords can be scaled nearly infinitely if your site is broad enough, like referring back to step 1. If you cover a broad range of categories, you can continually make long tail articles, and these articles really add up over time, and they will bring cash flow to your Amazon affiliate site much quicker than if you go after broad terms like best surfboard. Tip number 4 is that if you're a beginner, you want to ditch the keyword research tools and just focus on the Google autocomplete. The Google autocomplete is going to help you discover a much wider variety of long tail keywords than the Google keyword research tools. And I think the reason for that is because the Google keyword research tools get their data mainly from Google Ads, and Google Ads want their bidders who are going to advertise on them to bid on certain terms. And they're not really focusing on putting the long tail keywords that people are searching into the Google Ads just because they don't have a big enough volume to attract advertisers. But if you're going after search engine optimization, Google will rank those articles because it feels that if someone is searching for best surfboard for teenage girl, it's best for the searcher, it's best for the user to have a result relevant to that to appear at the top. So those are the types of keywords that you can discover using the Google autocomplete rather than a keyword research tool. Now, keyword research tools are great and you can do some really advanced stuff with them, which I will talk about in a later video, but this is just for getting started. You don't need it. You don't need to pay for it. So just play around with that Google autocomplete, find as many unique queries as you can find that you see other sites are not going after in their titles when you look at the search results. So tip number 5 is to make sure you have a really good and really fast hosting. WPX hosting is the only hosting that I personally use, and you can learn more about them at buildassetsonline.com/WPX. And the reason I recommend them so much is because it's just made such a big difference in my business. When I first started doing Amazon affiliates, I had my site hosted on SiteGround, and it just wasn't the same experience. Like with the WPX, if I have a problem with my site, I just message the live chat and they usually fix it within just a few seconds. Any sort of back-end hosting issues with the database, plus they're focused on hosting WordPress sites. And when you are in this business, when you are in the Amazon affiliate business, you want to be focusing on getting articles out, doing keyword research. You don't want to be messing around with your WordPress installation or anything like that. And plus, WPX is just so fast, and speed is an indirect Google ranking factor because if the page doesn't load quick enough, someone is going to go back. They're going to press the back button on their browser, go back to Google and click another result. And that is not good for your long-term efforts in the search engines. So I highly recommend WPX hosting, and it's actually really not more expensive than other hosts out there when you consider the fact that other hosts include all sorts of upsells and things that WPX just gives you for free. Things that you need like SSL, site backups, stuff like that. Just get a good host, set it and forget it. That's my philosophy. You want to remove as much noise from this business as possible. Tip number 6 is to use SKIMLINKS to get easy access to other affiliate programs outside of Amazon. Truth is that Amazon doesn't sell everything and customers don't always go to Amazon for certain things. With SKIMLINKS, you get access pretty quickly, pretty much instantly to other huge retailers like Wayfair, a bunch of photography sites, B&H Photo, stuff like that, where you can just put the links on your website and SKIMLINKS is going to automatically make it so that when they click it, it's an affiliate link. And you just do that by inserting a little bit of code onto your website. And I get actually, I think last month we made over $650 just from SKIMLINKS. So that's in addition to the Amazon affiliate income that I showed you before. We got most of that other income from sites like Wayfair.com and maybe House.com. So just go to buildassetsonline.com/SKIMLINKS if you want to check it out. It's totally free to sign up and super easy to install. And it really will maybe even open up some opportunities to go after some unique keywords for stuff that you can't find on Amazon or stuff that people don't buy on Amazon, because people don't buy everything on Amazon, even though it might seem that way. Tip number 7 is to leverage Pinterest to get more page views and affiliate commissions. Pinterest is much like a search engine. I mean, in many ways it is a search engine. People search for product ideas there, they search for recipes, yada, yada, yada. They search for pretty much everything. So it's very similar to Google in that regard. Right now, Pinterest is probably the best and easiest social media platform for driving traffic. As a matter of fact, you can build an entire business just on Pinterest traffic. You don't even need Google. So you've already created the content, go on Fiverr, buildassetsonline.com/Fiverr, and have some pins designed for that content that's appropriate for Pinterest. You'll want to do long ones, but the people on Fiverr will know what to do. They have the dimensions and the specifications ready to go. If you are going to try out Pinterest, I highly recommend using TAILWInd. There's really no other way to do it because TAILWInd can schedule your pins months and months in advance, and you also get access to TAILWInd tribes where you can actually get other pinners to share your content as long as you share theirs, and it's really simple to use. buildassetsonline.com/tailwind if you want to check it out. Their website is also a great resource for not only how to use their tool, but how to do Pinterest marketing effectively in general. One other thing I want to add about Pinterest is that once you start getting page views from Pinterest, that's actually a positive signal to Google that, hey, this site is worth something. It shows Google some social signals, so your site will actually benefit in the long run by having that external social traffic from Pinterest. This one is a tip that you really don't want to sleep on because this can double and triple your traffic really, really quickly. You're going to get traffic much faster from Pinterest than you are from Google, assuming you do things correctly. So tip number 8 is to hire a single writer, either full-time or part-time, and train them to follow your article templates and upload the articles directly to your website. I cannot tell you how much time I saved when I started doing this. If you're ordering one-off content or just a few pieces of content from a single writer and then going to another writer and getting some more content, it really is a waste of your time, especially if you're taking that content, editing it, throwing it on the website, inserting all the affiliate links. It just takes hours and hours and hours, especially when you start scaling up the amount of articles you're doing. Instead, I prefer to focus my efforts on training a single person to do this. That way, my Amazon affiliate sites and my other sites are growing, whether I'm doing something or not. I literally just give my writer the list of keywords that I want to go after, and she does everything in WordPress. She does the formatting, she even inserts images. It's really, really great. So the sites are basically growing while I'm sleeping. You can't beat it. Again, if you don't have the cash flow coming in to hire someone full-time, just do it part-time so that the site is growing in the background when you're at work, when you're with your family. When you have other obligations, you want your site to be growing. You don't want to have to sit down at your computer every time to make your site grow. I cannot stress how important that is, even though it might seem overwhelming if you've never hired anyone before. Step number 9 is to use a plugin like AAWP to insert your images and your Amazon affiliate links. You may have tried inserting your affiliate links and images using the Amazon affiliate site Stripe or on their affiliate platform in the back end. If you've done this, you've probably noticed that it's really annoying, really, really cumbersome. Plugins like AAWP make it easy to pull images from the Amazon's API. You can also create tables, do all sorts of fun stuff with the plugin, and I can't tell you how many countless hours it saves me. I've trained my writer to use it, and it's a lifesaver when it comes to Amazon affiliate marketing. So you can check that out at buildassetsonline.com/AAWP. I will warn you though that if your affiliate account is brand new, you might not be able to use it because they recently imposed some API limits. But either way, this is something you want to switch to eventually just because it's way, way more efficient than using the site Stripe and using Amazon's platform to add the affiliate links. And if you didn't already know this, you don't want to be taking the images from Amazon yourself and uploading them to your website. That is against their operating agreement. So that's why you need to either use Amazon's platform or another plugin that pulls it from the API. Tip number 10 is to think about the season in which you're going to be publishing things and take that into consideration. So, for example, if you're publishing an article about swimming pools, like inflatable swimming pools or rafts or something like that, you might not want to publish that in the summer if you're going for Google rankings. That's because it's going to take a few months for Google to rank that content. However, if you are using Pinterest, you might want to publish that in the summer because then you can use an app like TAILWInd to syndicate it to a bunch of other bloggers that it's going to repin it, and then you can get traffic for that right away. But you just do want to pay attention to the timing at which you're publishing something and the traffic methods you're using because there might be a time lag on some traffic methods such as Google SEO. So you need to play into that when you're thinking about planning your content. So that was 10 tips, but I do have one more bonus tip for you, and that's to make sure you're using the Amazon ONELINK, which will make your links accessible to people in other countries. So if someone in Germany lands on your site and they click, and it'll actually bring them over to German Amazon, where if you sign up for German Amazon, which you'll have to do if you're signing up for ONELINK, you can get a commission using that. It takes maybe like a half hour to set up affiliate accounts for all the different Amazon affiliates in all the different countries, but once you do it, it is well worth it. As you can see on this global reporting dashboard, I actually get affiliate commissions from all over the world, so you don't want to sleep on that. Install ONELINK as soon as possible. As soon as you start getting any sort of traffic to your site, just make sure it's installed. So those are the tips, but if you need some extra help, be sure to visit buildassetsonline.com/membership, where you can join our private Discord channel and you'll get a one-on-one private channel with me and my brother Mike, and we can help you fix your Amazon affiliate business, help you grow some other businesses. We've pretty much done it all in terms of online marketing and online business. We've tried and still to this day do many, many different business models: high ticket dropshipping, Kindle publishing, Amazon affiliates, showing ads on our blog sites. We're just pretty well diversified and can help you with almost any business model online that you can think of. So be sure to check that out, buildassetsonline.com/membership. And if you're on YouTube, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.